This is KGW News at Sunrise.
This morning at 6, a duplex in Hillsborough destroyed in a fire overnight, and now multiple people are without a home.
We also have the latest on a massive 4-alarm warehouse fire in North Portland. We could still see smoke coming from the building this morning. The cause of the fire in 2 minutes. Plus,
Power, gonna have to find a place to land.
There's some blue hangars able to make it to the airport.
No, I can't.
You're hearing the moment the engine of a Ridgefield man's plane quit and he had to make an emergency landing in the Columbia River. Hear more from him minutes after he was rescued at 6:30.
that is longtime Sunrise Show friend Michael Allen Harrison getting ready for a big concert this weekend. A series of performances he calls 10 Grands. We'll have another live look with Michael tickling the ivories on this Tuesday morning coming up a little bit later here on Sunrise. As we say good morning, thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. Chris McGinnis continues to have the week off at Rod Hill. Man, that guy is working hard in the Weather Center. They're still playing the music for you this morning, Rod.
Thank you, Michael. Please keep going. I like that. A little accompaniment. Clear skies from the Rose City camera. Beautiful morning out there. The big story, and look at the water's flat. We don't have any wind really. The big story today is the rising temperatures. It's a one-day warm-up. Yesterday it was 77. Right now 57. Now again, yesterday the high was 77. We'll be 75 close to that at noon. And then I have us all the way up to 89, so you'll feel that. Sun up this morning, by the way, was 5:23. It was 5:21, so we are losing daylight. Your complete forecast, of course, is coming up.
We do have some breaking news to start our 6 o'clock hour with. 2 people are dead after a stolen car crashed in southeast Portland. Portland police closed Southeast Division between Southeast 136th and 142nd. Just after midnight last night, Gresham police tried to pull over a stolen car near Southeast 159th and Division. The car took off, but minutes later, officers found it crashed near the intersection of 139th and Division. The 2 men inside the car were pronounced dead at the scene. A third person was seriously hurt and taken to the hospital. The car hit a power pole. It's cut off electricity to roughly, we need an update on that number. Is it 5,000 customers? Okay, we'll get back to you on the exact number, but PGE is on the scene right now. We know that much to restore power. Just 5 customers is what I'm being told. 5 customers this morning. The crash also led the car to collide with another vehicle. The driver did stay on the scene. He's cooperating with police. We have a crew on the way to that scene right now.
And now to breaking news overnight. 10 people in Hillsborough are now without a home after a fire broke out in a duplex. Neighbors on Northeast Barbary Court called it in just after 11 p.m. They reported seeing an orange glow behind a duplex, originally writing off as a fire pit. They later discovered smoke and a fire quickly growing out of control in the backyard. Once the fire crews arrived and the duplex itself was on fire, crews were able to evacuate everyone, with one person being sent to the hospital. The cause of the fire is under investigation. A grease fire in North Portland filled the sky with smoke for hours yesterday afternoon. What you're seeing here is a time lapse from our Rose City sky cam. You can see the giant smoke cloud on the right-hand side there, just billowing the city. It took nearly 100 firefighters to get the flames under control. The building on fire housed a noodle factory, Shin Shin Foods, on North Thompson Street. The factory is now temporarily closed down. But around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, crews were dispatched to the scene, which eventually became a 4-alarm fire. The public information officer for Portland Fire and Rescue says crews could not go inside to fight the flames, fearing the 100-year-old building could collapse. Multiple fire engines were used to pump nearly 2,000 gallons of water a minute onto that structure.
It's just what we would call a surround and drown. We're just going to get as many large bore nozzles applying water from a safe distance and just put as much water as possible.
All employees at the factory were able to safely exit the structure. No one was injured.
While that fire was burning in North Portland, firefighters also had to tackle 2 other commercial fires in the city. One was at the Metro Waste Transfer Facility, the other at an auto parts store. Portland Fire told us there were no injuries at any of those fires. We also have an update this morning on the wildfire burning in Wasco County near Maupin. Central Oregon Fire says the Long Bend fire is now 50% contained. Crews say it's burned just over 1,000 acres since it first broke out on Saturday afternoon. About 100 people in that area are still under level 2 evacuation orders, meaning they need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice.
The three of the state's top lawmakers got a briefing yesterday on what's needed to prevent and fight Oregon wildfires this season. Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley and the Congresswoman all met at Portland's Northwest Interagency Coordination Center. Fire professionals gave them updates on everything from weather conditions and resources to the use of new technology. The good news is that Oregon is not in a drought right now, but Senator Wyden says he's still concerned about the state's 20% shortage of wildland firefighters.
Obviously, we need more workers. All of us have talked about that. Obviously, technology is a key part of it. But you really need the partnership. And as we get around the state and we're having these meetings, we see federal, state, and local folks are all teaming up.
Another topic of discussion at this meeting was the need for more housing for wildland firefighters. The congressional delegation said it's an issue that they would take back to Washington, D.C. to address.